Hello and welcome back to Multi-Shop Matt. In the last video we had a couple of people asking me about the construction process and things that we wish we had known before we built/bought this. So I'm going to go over 5 things in this video that you should probably pay attention to before you go and invest into a metal building. So first is first, let's talk about the concrete pad. While it's not exactly part of the building and you can build these buildings on the ground, it is much nicer to have the pad regardless of the cost. First is for longevity. We're not putting the metal building directly on the wet ground, so that's going to help a lot with rust prevention in the future. It did come with a 20-year rust warranty, but we plan on very far outliving that. It helps a lot with that, not because it's just flat this way, but this is a shelf. It comes in and then comes up behind here. So the water runs down, goes out, does not go in. It also does it around the garage door as well. And while the front of the building doesn't have the step like the sides of the building does, we do have the garage door floor area angled down, so any water that does hit here where the garage door ends, it'll run out instead of making its way in. Okay, next let's talk about this. Color match screws. In the package that we got, it was included, but it is something you need to look out for on your building. And if you're doing a gray building or tan building, it might not be that big of a deal, but if you're doing something like a black building, I would definitely say do the option out for the color match screws. Okay, so next let's talk about the 6-inch overhang. In the building company that we went with, it came as a factory standard option. Some companies do not offer that, so I would make sure to say to you upgrade to at least a 6-inch overhang. There was the option for a 12-inch and a 24-inch overhang, but we decided to stay with this one as it gives us plenty of what we needed, gives us the room for gutters, and it looks a lot better than something that just stops flush. And so number 4, we're going to talk about our roof trusses. On a standard roof truss, we'll just have a single metal A-frame going over, but if you notice on ours, it is double thick. So the horizontal piece is actually part of the pieces that go down on the angles of the A. We did end up going with a steeper pitch roof than most. We went with the 1.5 roof instead of the 1.3 like a standard. So it's unclear to us whether that was an option that got automatically upgraded because of the pitch that we went with, or if it's something that our building company went with specifically. But we've seen some other people's buildings, and we've had some other people that have buildings come and look at ours, and they say they are a huge fan of the way that we have the double truss support system. Okay, let's wrap this up with number 5, and that is making sure you're not getting caught with any hidden fees or charges from the company. We use a reputable company here, a lot of good reviews, very trustworthy and local people. So they included everything that we should be doing. Your company may not be that way. I would look into that. Color matching screws were included with the package that we got. We didn't have to pay anything extra for the assembly of the building. That was also included with the price. And we didn't have to provide any equipment because some companies will charge you to rent man lifts or whatever to put up your building. Now that may just be the case with ours since it's only a 10-foot wall. If you had gone with 14, maybe something like a scissor lift may have been necessary. But make sure you look into that before you start the construction on yours. And that's it. That's the 5 things you should probably know before you start going into your metal building path. If you have any questions about how much it costs, I break down exactly what everything cost here in this video, and I don't skip anything. I tell you exactly what we spent on costs, labor, and what we had to do to get it done. So thank you for coming into Multi-Shop Matt. Like, subscribe, those things, it helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you.